So, K-pop has grown incredibly popular these days. As a longtime K-pop fan, I'm still trying to get used to the amount of attention the genre has garnered over the past few years. While others are scrambling trying to figure out how K-pop works, fans are increasingly finding themselves under observation and scrutiny as people try to investigate how and why fans invest so much time and energy into this music. So I want to talk about my experiences as a K-pop fan in this video. The practices, the activities, the habits I've picked up along the way, and the ways that my life has shaped itself around my love for this music. Hello lovers of the world, this is Sinta speaking. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you have seen any of my videos before, then you can tell that I am a big K-pop fan and it plays a massive role in my life. I literally can't imagine what my life would be like without it. But where did it all start? I got into K-pop in 2015 when my friend showed me music videos of her favorite K-pop groups, one of which was BTS, a group that I have loved for 5 years or so. As I grow older and mature, my relationship with K-pop has changed. So this video is 3 parts, a reflection of my old K-pop habits, an exploration of my current K-pop habits, as well as an examination of the current academic literature written about K-pop that you can find today. K-pop is different to other musical genres in a lot of ways, but probably all musical genres with a fan base share is this desire to possess a physical item that represents the music. In an increasingly digital world where our lives are progressively facilitated through technologies, possessing physical copies of albums may feel or seem like an antiquity, especially for a genre like K-pop that seems to thrive on the internet. But if that's the case, then why am I spending so much money on CDs that I don't use? Why have I spent so much money on glorified magazines? Why did I spend so much money on pretty cardstock papers? It's because they're beautiful, okay? You know? Look, this one's shiny. I started my BTS... Oh, where is it? I started my BTS collection in 2015 when I got into them, and it's still technically ongoing today. At the time, since I only followed BTS, I only collected BTS items. But over the years, I find that my approach to collecting albums has changed. Now, the principle of it is that if I like the album, then I will buy it. Which explains why I only have some of TXT's albums, but I don't feel the same need to collect their entire discography like I did with BTS prior. Hold on. I have so many props. So, according to Professor Roy Schuker from the book Popular Music Fandom, Identities, Roles, and Practices, identity is a mobile concept, a self in progress, rather than a fixed entity. Shifts in collecting interests are indicative of changing musical tastes, which in turn are shaped by changes in collectors' lives. So you could argue that my change in approach to album collecting is a reflection of my fluctuating tastes and shifting loyalties. I started liking other K-pop groups other than BTS. And my collection reflects that. Schuker goes on to explain that collectors can be seen as cultural preservers, and collecting becomes a form of accumulating cultural capital. This is, of course, similar to the role played by membership in fan communities. Acquiring popular music cultural capital involves developing knowledge of selected musical traditions, their history, and their associated performers. Speaking of fan communities, K-pop is widely regarded as a genre that owes its success to social media, digital technology, and a transnational fan community. This is because, through various forms of social media and developing digital technology, fans from all over the world can come together as a community with shared interests and learn more about their beloved idols, while learning skills to become a quote-unquote better fan and not having to transcend physical borders to do so. Stan Twitter is one such online community that allows for fans to express their love for their favorite celebrities. K-pop Stan Twitter refers to the congregated Twitter users whose primary use of Twitter is through engaging with K-pop content and interacting with their idols' social media posts. K-pop stan Twitter is a space where such high emotions are freely accepted, even encouraged, because it feels like the more you talk about your love and dedication to your idols, the more other fans will gravitate towards you. At the time, K-pop wasn't really a big thing in real life, so it felt natural to seek out connections online. Participating in fan-organized activities also plays a massive role in becoming a K-pop fan. To quote from the research article by Chan Zhang and Keith Negus on the emergence of the data fandom, data fans adopt individual and collective strategies to deliberately intervene and to influence the statistical, sonic, and semantic data collected by and reported on digital platforms and social media. Fans recognize their importance as data and use this to benefit the musicians or idols they are following and to enhance their sense of achievement and agency. I spent a lot of time on K-pop stan Twitter and participating in various online activities to support BTS. At the time, they were still a lesser-known group from a company that lacked resources in a hyper-competitive industry where you would see groups debut and disband left and right. So anything I did and anything we as fans did felt necessary, not just for their success, but for their survival. Once their future felt more stable though, like their sales started going up and the group began collecting accolades, I felt like I didn't need to invest as much time into their growth. So while I was particularly active in K-pop stan Twitter from 2016 onwards, I dropped out in 2019. While it's safe to say that it was due to a myriad of factors, in hindsight, I realize now that pulling back on being on online communities like stan Twitter coincided with my involvement in my university's K-pop club. I joined the executive committee in the beginning of 2019 and threw myself into event planning, administrative tasks, and forming more intimate friendships with real-life K-pop fans. Eventually, using K-pop stan Twitter to connect with other fans wasn't as necessary when I've been consistently meeting up with real people. So I've talked a lot about what I've done in the past, stuff I had already moved on from. But what if I were to try something new? I've always kind of seen my participation with the genre as a little passive in comparison to how others seem to engage with it very full on. So I thought to challenge myself by exploring other modes of engagement that I frequently see in the K-pop fandom. First, the famous reaction video. It's 9:18. April 30. The new ITZY music video has just dropped a couple of hours ago, and now we're about to watch it. So, alright, on we go! In the article Transnational Identities and Feeling in Fandom, written by Annalise Swan, visibility is central to YouTubers' participation in fandom and the relational connectivity of reaction videos. The corporeal properties of this type of creative production, that is, the centrality of the embodied presence of the individual on screen, allows fans to subversively insert emotion and imagination into the reception of corporately manufactured media texts. Next mode of engagement is through fashion. Fashion has always been an incredibly important and expensive aspect of K-pop. In this magazine article about ITZY stylist Hee-sun Choi, it talks about the importance of creating a visual identity for a group, a process which involves coinciding with the group's current reputation, the new concept put forward by the company, what styles are popular these days, and most importantly, how the group is going to dance in the outfit. These fashion images are carefully chosen and displayed in K-pop music videos. K-pop music videos are an important and influential vehicle for clothing, wherein fans can pick from the different styles offered and choose from what they want to emulate. This can be motivated by their own desire to follow trends, imitate their idols, or to seek out styles they feel like would suit them. While I myself do not go out of my way to do so, if I happen to see a skirt or an accessory that reminds me of a group, what's stopping me from buying it? The next mode of engagement is a bit more time-consuming than the previous one. In the article, The Aporia of Presentation by Michael Unger, it says, part of the pleasure of viewing dance and girl group music videos stems from the participatory nature that it encourages. Fans learn the dance routines, mimic them at home, and can also perform them at clubs, thereby literally incorporating the music into their bodies. So while I occasionally participate in public K-pop random dance plays, and sometimes I'll post like a dance video that I'm proud of on my personal social media, I haven't gone as far as what other fans in the fandom have done. But maybe I should change that. The K-pop dance cover on YouTube is where all these previously mentioned modes of engagement are combined. First, the participatory presentation in an audio-visual medium like a YouTube video, the active search for fashion based on an idol's looks, and learning the choreography. Michael Unger continues in his same article, equally, the popularity of the internet in Korea fuels the participatory nature with the current trend of today of fans making homemade videos of themselves dancing their routines to their favorite K-pop acts and posting them on the web. So here is a process of making a dance cover on YouTube. First is to learn the dance. 언제까지도 you don't even know 누구 에또 마.피.아 Second, choose the outfit. I don't know how I'm going to find fashion that is noticeably from this era. Like, they've had some pretty iconic outfits before, but the one that they appear the most in is kind of like the all black leather kind of ensemble, and because it's basically kind of similar to what every other girl crush girl group is doing these days, you know? Rather than choosing outfits that are featured prominently in the music video, I found that I preferred the stage outfits that ITZY wears in their music show live performances. It may look boring in comparison to their other outfits and other girl group fashion, but I like that it leans into the whole mafia concept, which to me is the selling point. Yuna's outfit in the music video also seemed attainable, and she's also my bias. Shopping was so hard. My patience when it comes to normal shopping is already pretty short, so we went to like 10 different stores just to find something that even remotely resembled what they were wearing. And third, just actually perform it. So here it is. It's me dancing.
Guess who loves you? 나야 나. Do I show you? No야 no. 아직 타임이 아니야 난. 좀 더 가까이 그러다 갑자기 싹.
I'ma steal it 맘을 훔쳐 you are gonna love me. 결정적일 때 이빨을 드러내는 타입.
나와 두 눈이 마주쳐도 난 흔들림이 없어 no. 널 사랑하는 게 죄라면 but me know who you never know.
Baby 헷갈리겠지 넌 결국엔 내 거야 내게 되겠지 넌 이제 finally 택할 시간이야. 벌써 어느새 또 밤이 되었습니다. I'm the mafia. I'm the mafia. 누구일까 mafia. 누구일까 mafia.
Well guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and maybe learned something. I myself can't imagine what my life would be like without my love for K-pop, and hopefully after watching this you can better understand why. If you like the video, please press like, and if you want to see more of my work, please subscribe as well. I post every week on Mondays, or at least I try to. All my social media links are in the description, as well as the literature I read up to prepare for this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!